She went to FIT. You guys see a lot of the weird.
He took a bite of clay about half an hour ago. What's going on in that stomach? Yeah, mustard's good, bro.
Good stuff, yeah.
See, he's not doing that. Yeah, you're right. He's not doing that.
I mean, I could, but I'll.
You want to hit?
You
want to prove
give
you're
me
one
a-
of us? Take a hit of
Let's fucking
mustard.
give me a hit. Let's see what we got here. How old is
Let's get this guy on.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Gang,
You're
gang.
gonna have to.
Let's do it, baby. There we go. Nice. That was a good one.
I can do that all day.
Yeah, it's actually much better. What happened was my first chunk was hard.
You also had the water.
It's been sitting there for a while, yeah. But no, since then got pretty good.
This might catch on. There was
what I've been doing? I put mustard on bagels.
I could see that
And
working.
people get.
Fashion people around here?
Dude, actually, not really.
I mean, I definitely see more of like. You can tell like the girls who are FIT girls more so than the like fashion weirdos. It's about. I think there's like the homeless people have kind of taken over this.
Yeah, they just take over everywhere.
It's a lot.
I can't
more of that
escape
now.
them, man. Like, we lived in LA, now we live in Austin. They're just fucking.
Oh yeah, so
Everywhere.
you bounced around.
Yeah.
So you started. You're a New York guy.
Yep.
Went out to LA. And then what? Like pandemic moved to Austin. That
Kind
sort of
of.
move?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, you touch them all. Then you've kind of seen every scene. Then
Yeah.
you got to do like Miami next.
Probably. I mean, with it's just like it's here. Like LA's rent is a little bit better than here, but not much. And in Austin, you can get a lot of shit. And there's a great comedy boom happening there. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
really
that's
cool.
what, I mean,
yeah.
once Rogan went and decided he was going to build that,
Absolutely.
going to make
Yeah.
that comedy club, Segura follows, like it's got its own vibe to it. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah, for
but I
sure.
wonder, I wonder if people, there was so many people were being so dramatic about like New York's dead, LA's dead, I'm moving here, and it's like it's pretty much back to normal.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell would say that. I mean, it's kind of the dumbest thing to say. But,
It was a big thing during the pandemic.
was, it
We were
really
like,
was.
cities are out.
I mean, it's not quite the same. There's some weird things, but like it's basically the same.
yeah.
I don't know. There's a bunch of people still pushing people in front of trains on the subway. Like, I don't know. That happened before. It happened
Yeah.
again. It'll happen to the end of time.
they'll be pissed on the street no matter where you go. I'm sure.
Needles in the arm of people on the street. Like,
All
it
right,
just
are
happens.
you piss on the street has brought me to a question. Are you a shoes off or shoes out house?
Oh, my mom never gave a shit about anything.
Dude, I don't get people who care. People always try and explain
Wait,
it to
why
you.
is that? Oh, because you walk in piss and then you go.
Yeah. You're like, do you
No,
understand what
bro.
you walked through today? You walked through piss and spit and then I don't fucking care. It's going on the kitchen table. Deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like I'll come in the house. I take my shoes off if I just want to get like comfortable, but I'm not. I don't know. At the same time, like my kids will be like jumping on my bed with their shoes on. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
That's
It's
that's
never-
that's a little much. I don't know if I do the
I'll
shoes on the
fucking-
bed.
I'll sleep in my clothes. I don't care. The bed, I guess like
You get home in the day. If you're done for the day, you're wearing what you're wearing now.
Yeah.
You get home for the day. What do?
Well, she yells at me if I'm not allowed to have outside clothes on.
So you do
no.
the shoes then? You make him take the shoes off?
I would like for him to.
Okay.
she makes me take my shoes off.
Clothes on the bed, I hate. That's disgusting.
I mean,
the
I
fuck,
guess
what-
if you were like,
What
rolling
the fuck
around
am I
on the
doing?
street
Yeah,
or something.
what are we doing? What am I?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Did somebody like throw a bucket of fucking piss on you or something?
I mean, we walk through the aisles of the Home Goods together. What the fuck am I? What am I?
It's not like you're out like working the fields or like some shit. I don't know.
It's funny, man, because
It does
I
make
haven't-
sense. I get it,
I
but
haven't
it's
broken
also,
a sweat in 6 years. Don't worry. These clothes are clean.
What about how often do you wash your jeans?
you're not supposed to wash your jeans.
That's the guy who doesn't wash his jeans.
Yeah.
You're not
I
supposed
can always
to.
tell the guy who doesn't wash his jeans
Although
because they know that fact.
I do.
Do you put them in the freezer? That's a bunch of weirdos who do that shit.
I mean,
too.
mine are pretty fucking tight, so they lose
Yeah,
tightness when
yeah.
you wear them for a while. So I do have to dry them a lot.
Right,
try to
right.
get the
How many
tightness
pairs
back.
of jeans do you have in your rotation? Tons.
I have a lot of jeans.
See that I don't get because to me it's like the same shit.
Oh, I get it, and also I would have been able to answer for you. I said this gentleman here has got a lot of jeans. Handsome fellow, leather coat, man bun.
Yeah, you gotta
jeans.
look.
Yeah.
You gotta look to you that.
Also,
Yeah.
that's an unbelievable shirt.
Yeah, that's a good shirt.
I made this.
You
Did
made
you?
that?
That's
I made
smart.
this,
That's a
yeah.
I had
great
a
shirt.
feeling it's
Do you
a
sell
very
it?
good shirt.
I bought it from. I saw it online on like when you get just scrolling through like Instagram, there'd be a random like shop thing.
Oh, yeah.
I did one of
I'm
those.
spending all my money.
I
What do you
did
think
one of
about
those.
this fucking shirt, dude?
I did one of those from something, and we're talking like it wasn't even Wish. This was like fucking Hope. It was like I hope that I get this fucking
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And it was. Do you
It
remember?
delivers in like 18 to 24
Eminem
weeks.
was down. The Justin Timberlake was down here. The M&M, it was completely off kilter. It was a long sleeve. It was black. I ordered it. I asked them for another one. They completely fucked it up again. So I just made it. She has a Cricut, and I just put the.
You should sell
Look,
that.
this thing is coming off. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see that. It needs a little.
I
needs
washed it a
another
couple of
iron.
times, but,
that's
you know.
a shirt that I think you did that with the Office shirt. That was just like.
I don't know. That's I
was on
bought
Broadway.
that because it was
Right.
intentionally off. Like I wanted to see
Yeah.
The Office off Broadway, and they were selling merch at it, and like Dwight Schrute is over here, and it says "Got Beats." It's a terrible shirt, but it's so ridiculous. I was like, I have to have it.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
so bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I bought shit on Wish before that was like, I bought one like on the. Fuck, what were they?
It was one of the, it's like a long shirt that says like I'm a Staten Island firefighter like who
Are
owns
you?
guns, who ain't fucking around, and like it was
it's
just
like
one
don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
My grandpa was a firefighter.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
man. You got
there's
the
only,
mustache
like,
going,
one
too.
person in the world who could fucking wear this shirt. You know what I mean? I can't imagine more than 2 people.
I want to see if I can pull them up. Actually, I bought a
those
bunch
are
of
absurd.
ridiculous ones. They were
Where
so
you
bad.
kind of look like every fireman on Staten Island. While we got that going on.
Honestly,
little bit.
if this didn't work out, you probably would have just been a fireman, right?
Me?
Yeah, I think that you could have ended up there.
I could.
Because you could live firehouse life.
I probably would have fucking been in the military. I would have been. I would have done whatever someone asked me.
Yeah,
to do.
you would be great at getting brainwashed by the military.
like if someone would just like came up and was like, "Hey, son, looking to travel the country?" And I'd be like,
Yeah.
sure. Like, how about the globe? I'd be like, hell yeah.
Fight
You
for
wanna
your country?
You want to
Sure.
shoot
Yeah.
a gun?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Like, come on with me.
Yeah,
All
you want to risk your life?
Like,
Yeah.
Should I tell my mom? You'd be like,
Nah.
don't worry about it. I would be. I'm an adult who, if I didn't have to come here in the morning, you could kidnap me on my way here, very easily.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Fall River. It's like south of Boston, half hour.
Okay.
South of Boston.
So this is probably New York is probably Boston's just clean, really. It's the only thing that's much different, right? Is
No,
that
it's a lot different. Boston's very much a town. Before
Yeah.
I moved here,
big town.
if you wanted to have a conversation about it, I'd be like, "It's the same thing as New York. You guys are fucking pussies."
And then you move there and it's like,
and also Yankees suck. But
It's music to my ears.
but like since moving here, which has been 6 years now, I think it's definitely very different. Like Boston's hard to get a pizza after like 1 a.m. You can you can buy a couch here if you want.
That's so true.
It
Yeah.
is. It's very. It's
Yeah.
actually one of my favorite Onion articles. Is about how it's called. I think the headline is something like Boston continues its cute run of pretending to be a real city or something like
I mean, it's like the size of like
It's smaller than the
village,
Denver
right?
airport.
Yeah, it's smaller than
Wow,
the Denver
really?
airport.
Smaller than the Denver airport.
Now the Denver
It's
airport's
small.
freakishly large,
Yeah,
but still,
right.
whatever.
Yeah. that
So
had-
you're Staten Island,
Staten Island. Yep.
born and raised there. or
Born
you-
and raised
yeah.
Staten Island. Yep. I had to leave because
It's Staten Island.
I was going to become a fireman or a cop, and I would have. No, I mean, all my friends are. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I couldn't fucking handle that shit. I
Right.
wouldn't be able to do that.
I feel like you are like a savior, like you're like the one, you're like the chosen one in Staten Island.
Well, that's Pete Davidson, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
But you know what? At the same time, like I mean, yeah, Pete's killing it, but he's gone.
No,
He's-
I know.
He lives in another universe.
Yeah,
Pete
yeah, the
Davidson.
thing-
I don't know where he. You know what I
No,
mean?
that's very true because
like,
like
you're still a Staten Island guy.
Yeah,
Even though
not-
no matter where you live, you're a Staten Island guy.
yeah, like I'm like the one who like really. People who've been following me have followed me for fucking forever there, and like I'm such a guy from the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
You
like,
put on for Staten Island.
like I went out there, like
Yeah.
when like I don't. Pete left when he was really young. Like got on SNL when he was like 20.
Yeah.
I was grinding on girls at the bars when I was 20,
Yeah.
doing my thing.
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
I was
yeah.
actually I went to high school and college and
Yeah,
like
for sure.
did all the Staten Island shit,
Which is
real grassroots.
Staten
stuff.
Island is a weird place.
Have you ever been there?
I mean, like in very weird capacities. Like I used to work for the sports radio at Fordham, and the Staten Island Yankees was like a team that you covered. So I would like
Yeah, I
I'd
thought
like
I went to a lot
drive
of those games.
right over the bridge, watch
Yeah.
the fucking game. Do
That's a
some
great stadium,
Oh, it's
though.
awesome. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's really
And then
cool.
I as a Mets fan, I fucking hated it. Even like
Yeah.
in any way being associated with the Yankees, I was like, fuck this.
I know
But
it was,
would,
it was
like,
tough for me, and my friends too, because it was Yankees and we're all Met fans.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah. It was hard.
But like I've been in New York my whole life, and I've had like zero real experiences in Staten Island. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a good friend of mine once said he's from Jersey, and we used to work together, and he said you have to be born into it. That's the
Yeah.
only real way to understand that fucking place. It's one of the most interesting places I've ever.
Yeah.
We lived other places now. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's a literal island, so like island mentality. It's like
Right.
it's a real thing. Like
Yeah.
people don't leave.
I was gonna say
And,
it's
like-
right there. but it doesn't feel like it.
No,
You're like
I
2 feet,
actually-
you could just cross the bridge and you could go there to Jersey,
Yeah.
you could go there to Manhattan.
All
But it
islands-
feels like it's like
I
secluded.
know it feels really.
All islands, it doesn't matter if it's the nice islands, like you're talking like Fisher Island, the Vineyard, Nantucket, whatever. All islands, if you're a native, one of your ancestors were running from something. like
Someone was hiding on that island.
Like you got it in your blood.
Yeah.
If you're a native of an island, you got it in your. It's part of
looking
your
over your shoulder.
DNA that you are a troublemaker.
I actually made like this when I was like figuring out what the hell I was trying to do with my life when I was just lost. I wrote like an 1.5-hour movie about Staten Island. Like it's about like me trying to make it out of there.
Fucking Pete.
And
Fuck you again.
oh, you have no idea. Oh, you have
It's called the ruler of Staten Island.
so like I mean, there's people from Staten Island know the real king of Staten Island. They know, but anyway, but like it's all about that shit. Like I called it 5 miles from the spotlight, which is supposed to be like we're only 5 miles by water. But it might as well be fucking
Cross country,
I mean,
right?
seriously, like
Yeah.
getting here. I had to leave my house at 4:30 in the morning to get here on time. But like, no, seriously, my sister used to throw out the T-shirts at like Madison Square Garden, like during the Knicks games and shit, and she'd get tickets all the time when they had like penny. Now they're not giving me shit.
Yeah,
but like, and seriously, if you take public transportation, like it takes forever to get here. But
Yeah,
I
wait,
had a.
what would public trans even be? What do you take?
So there's a few things you could do, right? So today we took like you could drive, but it's just a
yeah,
nightmare.
sure, but
Today, there's basically, I don't know what they call it anymore, but it's the express bus, they used to call it, which was like kind of like what baseball teams take to games, nice
Yeah.
seats, charges, and
Yeah,
shit like
right,
that.
right,
It's
right.
like $7
Right.
per person, one way. That's what you take when like it's a little bit like nicer. But like usually, I do this thing in my act where it's like it's the reverse. It's like a transportation museum in reverse. It's like you get on a car, then you get on a bus. Then you get on a train, then
there's
you
a
get on a
horse
fucking
waiting for
boat,
you,
and then you
yeah.
get on a boat like your immigrant parents coming, grandparents coming to Ellis Island. It's fucking horrific. But like it could, I think we made news once by having in all of America the longest commute time to work with
believe
Staten
it.
Islanders. It was like
Really?
some people 3 hours if you live like in the south of Staten Island.
Wow.
But yeah, man,
Get a new
it's-
job.
also, yeah, right.
Well, I would one day.
What
I'd
job would be worth
It would
that
take me
3
3
hour
hours to go quit. Is what it would be. Yeah, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, seriously.
I also feel like it should almost be. I feel like it's more connected to Jersey in a way than New York.
Oh yeah,
right.
They
It feels like it
fought.
should be-
That was like legislation
Right.
years and years ago.
like Staten Island should just be part. Like Long Island's got New York has Long Island, Jersey has Staten Island.
Long Island is weird. You're from Long Island?
No,
Oh,
Westchester.
Lo-
From the Bronx,
oh,
Westchester,
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's even stranger.
It's its own weird. Little
Yeah.
thing.
So Long Island, I love Long Island. I just played there on Saturday night at Governor's, and it's like a bizarro. It's like a Staten Island with just a little bit more land, and
I mean, I feel like there's 1 billion people crammed into Long Island.
I all I know is that it's no matter where I go on Long Island, 3 hours. That's
Yes.
It's people love to bitch in LA about like how bad the traffic is. I'm like, you've never seen the Belt
Once you're on
Parkway
the
before.
LIE, man, yeah, right.
You've-
Some of these fucking
there's
places,
nothing,
brutal.
nothing like
Yeah.
it. Like Levittown from Staten Island was like 45 minutes. Took me 2 hours to get there. Like that's fucking insane.
That's why I think a lot of people on Long Island stay on Long Island. I feel like Staten
I
Island's the
know.
same way, where it's like just make your job, your family, your everything,
Yeah.
just be on there, and you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, you have like there's a window. There's a window to get out, and by the time you're 25, you're
you
never
don't,
you're
you're
never
done.
you're
Yeah.
pretty much well later. I got out of there later than that, but yeah, it's certainly got that vibe for sure. I don't really know why.
So
but-
yeah, I saw it was like a write up that they were passing around. It was like you sold out in Staten Island, you sold out in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we got the clientele. I get it. We got the people. I understand, man.
that's
That's awesome, though. I mean, you're putting up big numbers, man.
It's been fucking wild, man. Yeah, I know, the stupid pandemic, man. But yeah, it's been great, dude. I love playing. Boston is a great city for me too. It's really cool. I just did Laugh Boston, which was fucking awesome.
Was there a tipping point like recently? Like when did you say like when do you think you were like when did it all of a sudden become selling out like 1,300 person theater type shit?
You know,
That's
man,
a big jump, man. Going from like the clubs to like that
it's
is.
I had a really weird trajectory. I'm way different than like the stand up comedian like route. I really started hardcore online, and like the more I
I
tried,
love the internet, guys.
what's funny is like there's still this stigma among comedians that like I'm too big for TikTok. I'm a real comedian.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
there's all their shit online is just stand up, which is fantastic. Obviously, like this guy's killing it like that. But for me, like I didn't really start out as a true stand up. I was known online, and every time I tried to go like the industry route of like what was trying to get auditions and trying to get like credits, and it's all this fucking disgusting who you know bullshit. And the more I just leaned into like what I was good at, the better it worked out. And then we moved to LA in 2018. And I was like, I lost all momentum I had. I was just a fucking loser restarting. And I just was putting out.
Trying to do that shit, you mean? Trying to do like the.
Yeah, like I had a little momentum. I had an old manager. Like I was featured on World Star Hip Hop a bunch of times. That got me a bunch of followers and like stuff like that, like on YouTube.
So like you were doing internet stuff that was working.
Yeah.
Moved to LA and kind of gave up on that and lost
I gave
some
up.
momentum.
I gave up like a while before that. I tried to get like a real job. I worked at Newark Airport. I almost killed myself with depression. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah.
So wait.
What were you doing at the airport?
Bro,
I was flying planes, man.
people who work at airports are crazy.
So
Like to think that you commute to an airport to like, then just that's your office basically. That's crazy.
it was literally God being like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Because there was a snowstorm every day for like a month, and I had like sleep there, and I was like,
my
I'm not
God.
doing this.
Yeah, think about
So,
it. Like,
like-
when people get like their flight canceled or delayed, and they have to sleep in the airport or spend all day in the airport. That's like the worst day of their life. You just do that every day,
Dude, my
You go to the
friends-
airport all day, every day for your life.
Yeah, my friend,
Crazy.
when it snows, he lives at the airport. They plow and salt the runways 24 hours.
Yeah, just nonstop.
So you had made it. You had some kind of following, and then you were like, fuck
Yeah,
it,
what-
Newark
So what happened
Airport.
was when I was like 21, 22, I had a lot of momentum. I was really killing it, and like that's when YouTube wasn't like YouTube yet.
Yeah.
You got to realize it was still, it had this stigma where like I think agencies were threatened by it, Hollywood was threatened by it, so they tried to downplay it as if
Yeah.
it was going to go away. I feel like they tried to bury it.
It's like,
They-
oh, that cute little YouTube thing.
They put this stamp as like internet guy, not real.
yes.
So I was like feeling that, and I'm like, well, I want to really do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a manager who had giant clients, and like we were doing things together. But I was also like, I was 21, and I wanted to just, or 22, and I wanted to just be single and go down the Jersey Shore and do dumb shit, get drunk, date. And she had me like, she wanted me to come to Manhattan and like, she was like, show up at an improv jam. And like when you see The Office, when you see SNL, you got to realize those are like 1 in a million people, or 1 in a
Right.
billion. Like most of the people who go to improv classes at UCB are not funny.
Right.
They want to be funny, but they're making like all their jokes have some sort of Lord of the Rings connotation that I didn't get. You can't get anything going. So like I was telling them like I don't fit in here. Like I wasn't the nerd in high school. Like I hung out with like the football kids. I was like a regular kid, and like it just didn't work out. So I was like, I guess this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not supposed to do this. And then I just kind of gave up and just started like going out with my friends and just like saying, I'll figure it out along the line. And then like shit just didn't go my way. And then I didn't do anything for like 5 years. And then I met her, started doing open mics, and got a manager again and tried to get like my foot back in the door. But like nothing was working, and I just didn't know what the fuck to do.
And like, what year is this?
So this was 2013 to 2018, I'd say, that 5-year period. I was
Shit.
just like floating. And all the momentum I had from like Staten Island and Jersey
So-
and Brooklyn, that just like went away completely.
You've been in the game for a while, but
Oh, yeah.
but growing like I said, to selling out those theaters is really from like 2018 till now.
Really 2000, yeah, 2000.
So what happened there?
When I moved to LA, like I also did like a lot of like Italian Staten Island material, and I'm sure people like that's all he does. But like when you have to like pay rent and it's all you can do is like, if people want this, I'm putting my ego
Bro,
aside. I'm gonna
if
do
it
this.
Ain't, bro. I don't
Yeah.
even think. I mean, I get what they're talking about. It's like, yeah, listen, I wish I was funny about every fucking topic in the world.
I am now
But,
because I have
yeah.
a bigger following, but like I
even
had to
still,
do what
it's like,
worked.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
Ask Jeff Foxworthy if he's cool with making fucking redneck jokes. He's
Of
got
course.
$65 million in the bank, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? You know,
So,
all those guys. Like,
when
you
we
can
moved-
find your niche and kill it.
Yeah, 100%. And when we moved out there, I literally put out an Instagram bit probably 3 to 4 times a week for about a year. I just was all I did was put up videos, and then I just put tickets for sale at this place like 150, and the guy who owned the place was like, they sold out like in an hour.
Nice.
So then I was like, let's do another one. I think we did 3 or 4 of them, and then I did a place in Jersey in the summer of 2019. And it sold like 1,500 tickets.
Shit.
I don't know how it happened, but I was like,
But do you think that's because like local people like
100%.
supporting and like,
Oh, yeah.
putting on, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
I mean, you can live off that for sure. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
hell yeah,
there's,
man. And
There's
then-
there's much more to happen and grow and go everywhere. But like when you have a homegrown guy that everybody wants to support, and
oh
like,
my God, 100%. Yeah. And like you said earlier, like I see like, I am like their guy because
Yeah.
they remember me from when they were in high school or like their moms and like that I have the people are so nice to me, man. Like I did a show, like I said, even like what was it, Monday night? Monday night I had the New York Comedy Club, and like people were telling me how like they share them in their families group chats and shit. So like it's a very personal thing, and I think once people look at you every day, it's just like a really
dude. I mean, ask Joe Coy. He's doing like stuff with like Filipino culture. He sells out arenas.
Oh hell yeah! And that was like surprising
too. You can speak
too.
to a certain group, place, ethnicity, whatever. Like you can play that.
And once
rich.
you start doing it more, like I have a big following in Detroit with they're called Chaldeans, which is basically they're Christians from Iraq. And I didn't even know these people existed. And apparently,
they love your shit.
Once you start going, like, the thing is, too, like, a lot of people try to give, like, they try to act like, well, what do you do if they're not from New York? As if I'm making fucking pothole jokes on 7th Avenue.
Right.
Like, when I go to Boston, when I go to other places, when I do Atlanta and stuff like that, it's all about our dads, culture, pressure from our parents. It's all the same shit. Like, Irish, Italian, Asian, Albanian, like, we're all the same fucking thing.
Chaldean,
yeah. They're incredible. Shout out to my Chaldeans in Detroit.
How did that happen?
Say, shout out my Chaldean.
That's right. And my Albanians in Detroit, too. I got a lot of Albanians there, too. Yeah.
I love the internet, man. It's watching, I laugh at all the comics who are killing it now on the internet. But it felt like it took the pandemic for them to realize that like the internet's powerful. You know what I mean? Like
I know. Tell me about it. It's like the industry finally noticed.
They were like, yo, I mean, if you're on stage, there's like 300 people, but you put it on the internet and like 300,000 can see it. I'm like,
100%.
Yeah, man. We've been doing it on the internet for fucking 20 years over here.
Absolutely, yeah. When I went to the Comedy Store in LA, when I first got out there trying to get on an open mic, and it was just like, this system is broken and no one's like noticing it yet. Like this is from the 70s and the 80s. It's completely broken.
Right.
And nobody seems to notice that. Like that's all you have to do is find a way to do shit on the internet. And I'm lucky because I'm also like, I don't really do exactly stand-up comedy shit on the internet. People probably don't know I do stand-up yet,
right.
but there is a way to figure out. I always say like anybody, whatever the fuck you want to do, just do it on the internet.
On the internet,
and it works.
You can do anything and find anybody, and you're like you can find the most specific niche of people who will like buy your merch, buy your tickets, support your shit, follow your account.
It's incredible, man.
And it's like and you don't have to do what you're not good at or what you're not comfortable doing. You know?
Is Barstool Sport? Is that strictly started from the internet?
Yeah. No. I mean, before that, it was like a newspaper.
Oh, really?
So like it started out as like one sheet where Dave would like make gambling picks. Just like, here are my picks for the night. Then it became like one of those free newspapers that you get on the subway.
Oh wow!
And then one of the readers of the paper was like, I can get this on the internet for you. And then it became a blog. So then by that time, like I signed up, he signed up in like 2009 to 2010, and we're still just writing, like only writing. And then in like 2012, we made a podcast.
Oh wow! So this is pretty recent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if in the podcast game, like. There's not many that really predate us from like 2012. I feel like you got to be in the game like deep podcasting to be around for that long. But then like it became video, became writing, became podcast, became like everything. Now it's just like entertainment.
Why not? You guys make fucking deodorant now? Like it's
I mean it is nuts, dude. It's like well, that's the other thing too is we learned that like. All right, we were a sports blog, and then it was like, well, we're not really always talking about sports. We're just kind of a blog. And then all of a sudden, we were a fucking techno EDM tour for a while. Like, we learned we can make money doing that. And then it's like, anything, any way to make money, any way to sell merch, any way to do any of this shit. Once you have a following.
I know.
Like, people need everything. They need their tickets to their comedy shows, but they also need some clothes, and they also need a place to eat, and they need this, and that. Like, do it all through us. You know what I mean? Like, you can do everything. You can put on Barstool clothes. You can eat Barstool food. You can listen to Barstool Entertainment. You can watch Barstool TV.
Do you sell bar stools? Do you guys?
That's like the one thing we probably don't sell.
I think we did. I think the price point was too high.
Yeah, we was like, here's this like $299 bar stool. I was like, why the
people will buy them. People will definitely.
That's the other thing too. I mean, that was when I knew. We once sold these lacrosse pennies. These lacrosse pennies that were like individually numbered, so there was like a little something unique to them. But we charged $100 for them. And I remember being like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. This is not going to work. And anybody who does do this is a fucking moron. And it was like, boom. We sold like 400 of them.
Not only that, they sold out very quickly. And then they were going on eBay for like $600.
Right.
Like, oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, these guys will do anything. You know,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
selling hoodies in the middle of the summer. We're doing, whatever.
All you gotta
So-
do is make 5 of them, and they'll fucking
Yeah,
sell.
that-
And then but then you don't get any money to resell, like
Yeah.
fucking like Supreme and all that dumb shit. Yeah, make a fucking brick. You can make a bar stool.
Yeah,
brick.
we should start doing that kind of shit. Too.
Yeah.
But
Jesus
yeah, man. I mean,
Cards Against
it's,
Humanity said, what was it, a box of air or something like
yeah,
that?
they've
box
sold
of
box
rocks.
of just empty air. Sold it for like, I don't know, whatever.
Who did that?
Cards Against Humanity was
I
like
think.
our new
Oh, yeah,
expansion
yeah.
pack is Air, and it was like $29.99.
Someone did that with
It was like-
Kanye's Air from his concert once. Have you seen that on eBay?
No.
Yeah, it was Air from a Kanye West concert on,
Really?
on a fucking plastic bag. Just stupid. I'm sure someone bought it.
Dude,
guarantee
I
they did.
once drank. Whoa. What's the water in Lourdes, right, in France? It was like
You're asking me about France. I
my
don't know.
grandparents came back with like this like really holy water.
Like the water boy thing, the glowing, like the.
It was, I guess it comparable. It didn't glow or anything like that. It was just water, and my mom had that like saved over like the kitchen sink forever.
Drank it.
Fucking drank that shit. Yeah. It was
Just wait,
back
wait.
up.
Wait, so
You
one
like fill it
day,
back up with regular water?
Nah, just drank it.
wait, so one day you just were in the mood to drink that
I was,
special water.
I was like very young. I was always just like, man, I want to drink that. Man, I want to drink that. And one day I just fucking every day waking up, just like today's goal, John Henry, drink that fucking water. Today's goal, drink that fucking water. One day worked up the courage, I drank that water.
You didn't even fill it up. You just.
I just laughed. I was like, yeah, shit got drank. It is.
Shit got drank. What
I
you gonna do
wanna-
about it, Ma?
shit got
Shit got drank.
I want to figure out where it is. It's Lourde, I think.
Yeah, man, everything's a hustle though. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? You can start selling
absolutely.
that shit too. The water from Staten Island.
That probably won't sell, but.
that shit's like glowing, toxic green or whatever.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
dumb-
it's just like this shit. It's a $7 glass of water. Never mind. Who gives a fuck?
That's ridiculous, man.
I wonder what it was for. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't. Whatever.
It's some religious shit. It's
Turn
just
it-
scam.
Anyway, long story short, I got no superpowers.
it didn't work.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing
It didn't
happened.
fucking work, man.
You got a sweet mustache, so it's more than I got.
You like this mustache, huh?
I'm jealous. I can't
Yeah.
grow one. Yeah.
You got.
Well, you
got
told
look
me you
to
have a
it, though.
mustache.
You got
I have a horrible beard. It's,
You got a whole,
I know how
whole
I got
vibe
a patchy
going.
here. It's
Yeah, that's not
Keanu
the
Reeves.
problem.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's even though. It almost looks like
It's
it's
evenly
like, meant to
shitty,
be.
so-
Have you ever tried to get it less patchy? Like buy one of those things on Instagram?
My friend literally gave
What's
me
that?
oil once. But that's
I
it.
don't know. It's something I've recently bought, and I'm just wondering how it's gonna work.
Is it like a fake? Like it helps you grow, or is
Yeah.
it a patch?
No.
Okay.
It helps it grow. It's supposed to.
I don't know if
And-
that's a real thing.
Bro,
I guarantee it's not.
I've
When
been
this
stabbing
fuck-
myself in the face every day. I'll
Oh,
tell you this.
the roller thing?
roller, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
Bro, I got this roller of needles. I gotta sanitize.
Oh, like a little. It's like a little. Yeah.
yeah, and I fucking.
And stabbing it helps you like grow hair.
I can fucking yeah. I guess it opens up your pores because you're fucking jamming needles in
And
your
your
face.
hair pops out of your pores.
And then you rub a thing on it. I've done it for like 3 days, so nothing's happened yet. But if I come in here one day, bearded up, shout out to the beard people I bought it from. No free ads.
So is that? Do you? When was the longest like you've gone without shaving before?
During the pandemic, I didn't shave for a while. It was stringy. It wasn't good. Yeah,
It's not like
Yeah,
a,
it was
yeah.
tough.
It was.
We had some tough looks going in the pandemic.
Yeah, it was like intentional tough. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't like, oh, look, I'm killing this. I look sexy. But it was bad.
That scares me a lot looking at previous looks of mine.
Oh god.
And I'm like, but at that time, I thought I looked okay. The same way that I think I look okay right now,
Yeah.
and like 5 years from now, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
I
is that?
have this fucking hair in my godson's baptism. I'm gonna be like, I look like the dumbest fucking person in the world. But I
At
always
least you're gonna
wanted.
go to yours. I didn't go to mine.
I've always wanted long hair,
I gotta go
and
to my
then
godson's baptism.
if I wear it down, I just look like gay Italian Jesus. So there's nothing I
No,
can
but
really
see,
do.
the man bun, like,
The man bun was
It-
hijacked
it-
by a fucking certain type of person
Yeah,
that
you're
does not
kinda right.
speak for me.
Yeah, that's true.
This guy does
That's
CrossFit,
true.
yoga.
Yeah,
he says
right.
the same shit. He's
Right.
vegan.
Yes,
Right? There's no
yeah.
shit about sports.
Right,
That doesn't
right.
represent me. it just took me forever to get it. And every time,
By the
like,
time you got there.
Yeah, by the time
But
I got there,
also,
it's some fucking Instagram
inherently-
model.
But that's the thing. Is that it's still like an Instagram model. It's not the worst thing to get hijacked. The personality of that guy might not be the best, but the look of that guy is pretty good. I wouldn't mind being compared.
I bet
to
you-
like the CrossFit Instagram model.
I bet
looks wise.
Well,
you know.
Well, that depends who you are. Like,
Yeah.
girls like it.
Yeah,
I bet you
that's
every
what I'm
guy
saying.
in this fucking
Right,
office
but-
says, "Who is that fucking douchebag that was in here?"
100%. But fuck that, because every guy says that about every other guy who's doing well in any capacity.
Yeah,
That's
any-
true.
We're
You see a
douchebags
guy
because of how I look. You're a douchebag because of how you look.
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
true.
fucking matter. So I'd rather be the guy who girls think is hot, and then when the guys who hate on me hear my comedy or get to know me, they're like, "Oh fuck, he's actually a pretty cool
dude,
guy."
Yeah, I love when I make
The best.
believers out of the husbands and the
Yeah,
boyfriends that come to my shows. Like,
yes.
this kid's not fucking funny, and then they
Yes.
actually laugh.
You'd be
Do
like
you have
sit
a
at
lot
the
of
beach
female
all
fans?
summer.
Female. Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. I could definitely. See
I mean, I do a lot of like shit that like I get called gay forever. So like
Yeah.
even the stuff that I talk about is like female, I guess.
Respect,
But
bro.
like
we've been the gay podcast at Barstool for a long time.
beautiful.
We actually just might be gay.
What's
It's a
funny
whole
is,
thing. We're trying to
I
figure
think
it out.
I think about
whole
it sometimes.
thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's funny because like I forget what it was. I think like even like on Seinfeld, somebody said like you never see a good looking like homeless person. Like being good looking like helps you in life. And I'm
Yeah.
like the one thing it hurts you in is stand up comedy.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
It is the one thing
Yeah.
that like everyone doesn't. They don't.
Well,
I'm not saying that I'm good looking. I'm saying people say that I am.
There you go.
You have
And-
mirrors, right?
Yeah, like you objectively listen.
You understand what stereotypical bone structure is considered
Right.
attractive?
You work in a career. You work in a career that requires you to like observe society and understand what's going on. You know what good looking looks like.
Well, no.
and you know you look like that.
No, but like
You can say you're not your type, but you can't say you're not.
but like no man like I do a lot of like especially in Austin I get up a lot of places in Austin like I do a lot of like the Death Squad shows which is like basically like the whole Joe Rogan like Tony Hinchcliffe crew like they went from the Comedy Store to Austin and like they have such a hardcore fan base of like that podcast that they'll be like dying at everyone. I walk on stage with my leather jacket they're like fuck this
you.
guy.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
hate
yeah,
my
yeah,
guts.
yeah.
I'm like shit before I can even say anything they hate my guts.
Yeah,
And,
but like you said, like if you can turn a few of those, that feels
Oh, hell yeah,
like
that's the best.
ultimate thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because at
yeah.
the end of the day, you're right. I mean, being like a stand-up comic, like I think of like when Louis C.K. was like, I can't put my socks on because it's like folding a bowling ball in half.
Yeah.
Like I can't. That's the kind of comedy that you laugh at. Nobody really laughs at like. So I woke up this morning and I was like putting my fucking man bun in, and I looked down.
a
and I
really
was like,
good point.
Shit, I've got a six pack. No one's gonna be like, that's funny.
I know, that's
but
so
it's like,
true,
what
but-
do you want me to fucking do? Get ugly? Like I
it's
don't
not even
think-
that, man. My shit is so like just behavioral. Like I talk about
Yeah.
all just behaviors. I don't like really talk about stuff like that. It's all shit that we do. But even if I complain about like living with a woman, they act like I'm like this abusive piece of shit. Whereas if you look like Michael
see
Cera, it's like that's quirky. But for me, it looks like I'm punching down, I guess. But
Yeah.
like they don't know.
Dude, this guy is too good looking. We found it. We found the place, and the guy was too good looking. Guy wakes up every day like,
to be,
fuck, I can't.
To be
I
funny,
can't
you
believe I'm
gotta
this
be
hot.
the guy like me who's like on the beach, like sees a guy like you and goes, "Fuck that guy." He goes, "Fucking loser." Oh my god!
I didn't think you really was gonna eat mustard like that.
Bro.
And why the fuck is there mustard? in it?
I don't know, but I saw it and went for it.
Dude, that's after the
It's
clay.
not so bad, actually.
It's washing down the clay. He took a bite of clay about half an hour ago. What's going on in that
It's not so
stomach?
bad.
Yeah, mustard's good, bro.
Good stuff, yeah.
See, he's not doing that. You're right. He's not doing that.
I mean, I could, but I'll
You want to hit?
you
You
know,
want to prove
give
you're
me
one
a-
of us? Take a hit of
Let's fucking
mustard.
give me a hit. Let's see what we got here. How old is
Let's
that?
get this guy on.
Yeah!
That was a big one.
Gang, gang!
You're gonna have to
Let's do it, baby. There we go. Nice. That was a good one.
I can do that all day.
Yeah, it's actually much better. What happened was my first chunk was hard. 'cause
You
it
also
was-
had the water.
It's
and
been
the,
sitting there for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, since then got pretty good.
This might catch on. There was
You know what I've been doing? I put mustard on bagels.
I could see that
And
working.
people get fucking horrified from it. Another guy here who used to work here did it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I tried it. It's just like a soft pretzel.
well, that makes
Same like bread, you know,
I get
same shit.
shit. It's like a sacrilege where I put bacon, egg, and cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel,
Ooh, that's a little crossover.
and I get shit for it. But it's salty and sweet. It's
It's so sweet and
spectacular.
savory,
That's
yeah.
savory, that's
It's fucking
the thing.
amazing. That makes perfect. You ever have a sandwich on a bagel, like cold cuts?
Yeah.
Game
Yeah, like
changer.
these are things that need to be, to me,
That's kind of a New York thing, I guess.
the bagel.
fucking around with bagels,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, and you go anywhere else and you have a sandwich on a bagel, that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Bad.
I mean,
But also, then people in New York get so bent out of shape about how you eat your pizza or how you eat your bagel,
Bro,
or what your
everyone-
chicken cutlet is, or what your fucking meats are.
Yeah.
It's like
Everyone in New
I
York-
don't care.
They ask me when if I go anywhere, well, how's their pizza or how's their bagels? I'm like, I'm not going to fucking Brazil to get a dollar slice. Like, what are you talking about? My dad will get fucking Burger King in Paris. Like, what are you doing? Try something new,
Oh,
you
hang on
fucking
a second.
idiot.
Burger King, foreign Burger King, fucking fine. Foreign Burger King, foreign Burger
Have
King.
you had? Please tell me you had
Of
foreign.
course, I've had foreign Burger King.
What's so
I just took a
different?
shot of fucking
The
mustard. Of
Burger
course I
King
have.
in Salamanca, Spain, has a mean hot dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
you had a hot dog
bro,
from
let
a
me tell
foreign
you
Burger
about
King?
this hot dog. You don't even know.
You're right. I
They
don't.
take a fucking
I don't
baguette.
think anybody knows.
They cut the top off the baguette. They squirt the mustard in it. They squirt the ketchup in it. They squirt the mayo in it. They take the dog with the tongs. They slide it in. So you got a bread condom on your dog, and you fucking wolf it down like that. It is awesome.
We
It's
In
real.
Spain?
If I could vouch for any restaurant on this whole goddamn planet, it's the Burger King in La Plaza Mayor in Salamanca.
Yo, we had a hot dog.
Oh my god,
We,
they're gonna
we-
fucking beat you in the streets over there.
we split a hot dog the other day, and that was one of the gayest things.
We went
I was just gonna say you were saying you guys are gay.
and that was
That's pretty good.
That was like so. Bert Kreischer came here. We all showed each other our balls,
Our assholes
Then
and
we all deep throated water bottles, and then later that night was the gayest thing we did when we split a hot dog, and we ate from the opposite ends.
MSG's
Oh, you
got
meant in the
big
middle.
hot dogs.
Yeah, we meant to. They have
Big
fucking
dogs.
fat hot dogs.
Wait, who's this? Who has big hot dogs?
At
At
Madison
MSG,
Square
we went to see UFC, so we were like,
got
let's
it.
go see some UFC. Let's meet in the middle of the hot dog like Lady in the Tramp.
Actually, I don't know if I can do a whole bun after 8 p.m. feel like if I eat all that sodium, I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight. What do you say we split it?
That's really where it came from.
The worst.
That was the truth of it.
The worst, man.
I heard Shake Shack has good hot dogs. Have anybody ever had?
Nah, garbage. They cut them in half. It's not how you
I
serve
don't
a
like
dog.
when they do that either. I've never had.
I never had
but
one over there.
It actually
I mean-
really doesn't affect it at all, but
No, it does, but it does.
Does?
Well,
Keeps,
I
like,
don't
the juices or
it's
some shit?
just the way it looks.
Yeah, it looks awful.
I judge books by the cover. I judge dogs by their cuts, and that's not what for me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on
It's
that.
probably a good judgment to me.
I like to be judgmental that way. Yeah.
Some judgments are good.
yeah. So you're in Houston now.
Austin.
Austin, right?
Yeah.
And you're staying put? You think? Like, is that?
I don't know. It's just like that's another benefit about having your career live on the internet is you can really live
Go
anywhere.
anywhere. Yeah.
You live anywhere.
Right. But
And
I guess my question is, do roads lead back to Staten Island eventually, or back to New York, or are you done?
I'll probably go back to California eventually.
California.
I just love.
I do
out
feel
there.
like once you leave, you're like, oh yeah, why would I? It's cold, it's expensive, it's crowded.
I mean,
it's like,
yeah.
unless you like really have like some family problem or issue or need to be there, it's like, I'm not going back to that.
I mean, I would love to live in the city. I think that would be cool for a little while. But the ideal dream would be to have a place in the West Coast and East Coast. I think so. I'm very close to my family and shit like that. My friends and stuff. But like,
Isn't it the worst?
when you're close with them,
Being close to your family and friends, it's like, Jesus.
It is,
Christ.
actually, yeah.
I just want to be able to like, I'm gonna go live in fucking like Italy. I don't give a shit. I can go anywhere
Oh,
on this
yeah.
goddamn planet.
Oh,
But instead,
I'll-
I'm connected to these people who love me. All this unconditional love is really fucking weighing me down.
and Staten Island has created parties out of thin fucking air. Like the gender reveal wasn't a thing 5 years ago. I mean, 10 years ago. They just keep making parties. My friends have 6 engagement parties. Okay, there's after the engagement at the house with like catered food. Then there's a formal engagement party. Then they just keep having like
then there's the wedding. Then there's the
there's
then
fucking
there's the showers.
a
then there's
thousand
the-
things to
yeah.
do. And it's like, oh, you're home? Let's fucking fill your
party.
schedule with shit you don't want to do. Like, let's not do that. So
Well, we were just talking about the how guys don't have friends anymore. How
it's
like
brutal.
There's this tweet this morning. It was really sad. Like genuinely sad. Not like funny sad. Like I'm going back to bed sad. And it was like these two neighbors. I guess it's an app called Neighborhood or something like that.
Next door.
And it was like this woman was like, I just found my 40-something husband put an ad on it looking for other 40-year-old men to play music with. And like all the replies were just
he
like,
just has
I'm
no
an
friends.
adult man. I also don't have friends.
this is role model.
So
This is
it's a
I
I
love you,
man.
man.
I love
Yeah,
you,
it
man.
really was.
Which
I love
now
you,
I'm gonna
man.
go home and watch tonight.
Yeah.
Um,
Somebody in the comments said this is I love you. The script for I Love You Man. Too.
That's such a good point. How the fuck would you find that? How would you?
But you don't have to like. It seems like that's not gonna be an issue you have to run into. You got too many friends. I can give you
trying to
advice
cut 'em.
on whittling it down.
Well, I'm just getting to the point where
How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time to start.
Come
cutting
on
them
over to
out.
this side of the table, friend.
Yeah, like we just got engaged, so we're gonna be married.
congrats.
Yeah, I saw that shit. You did it on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fucking allowed.
When
We
did
were
you do
gonna
it?
get to that. Fucking one up at all of us proposing on stages in front of sold out crowds.
Like, that's not even an option for most of us. You fucking
I
asshole.
proposed at a Burger King in Salamanca.
Taking shots of mustard afterwards. This is fucking, yeah.
Did you know it was coming? No.
She had no fucking idea. There's one thing that I like. Again, being from where I'm from, everything is so calculated and fucking bullshit just for Instagram. Like the girl says, "This is the ring. I'm getting my nails done this color. Do it this day."
Right,
It's like,
right.
yeah, you didn't fucking know. So like, there was no chance in hell she was gonna know. Plus, I've been telling her I'm like, we're not getting fucking married. Like I've been saying, I've been telling her
Set
that.
the bar real low.
Find someone else, bitch. So.
Was there
tell
a
her-
reason for you to be
was
on
she-
stage, or you're like?
So there was like a couple of pictures I've seen I'm a big Sebastian Maniscalco fan, and when
that checks out.
when he of course legally I have to be. So when I think he did MSG at the Longo, and I was going to Instagram, and he had like a cool picture with his wife and his kids on stage, and then he did it recently. I'm like, oh, we should get a cool picture at St. George, like in Staten Island. There's this big theater that I did,
yeah.
and so she ran out, took a picture, didn't think anything of it, and then she was like running off stage. And I did it, and it was cool, but that was it. We don't gotta put a throwback to the throwback to the throwback of fucking when it was the best day of my life. Like we'll leave one's nice, you know. It's like I don't need a throwback to the best day of my life, and then another throwback.
Yeah, every day since today's day has sucked.
Everything's been downhill.
Hey, that's just
Doesn't that feel
I think
like
that's
that?
what all throwbacks are. Like, boy.
I wish that was.
Remember we were
happening.
happy.
I wish that was happening instead of this.
I know, and that's something like
Sitting
talk to
sitting
someone.
with your
Don't
friends
fucking
at
post
dinner.
it.
Yeah.
Like, remember this time?
Yeah, that's really all
Go
that.
do it again, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, you know what? Like, so yeah, the Italians are good about staying. You know, family is big, friends are big, everybody's loud, they stay connected. I feel like with the Irish, we just kind of we just slowly drink ourselves to death and separate. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like there's as much. Like you don't get the same you got to be home for Sunday dinner or some shit. It's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like different than my siblings too, because like they're all about that shit because they all have kids now, and I'm like, I need some fucking space.
Yeah.
Like I'm the weirdo artist who moved, so like I'm like the asshole, but it's also like I do this thing in my bit where like I never really felt that Italian, but then when I moved to California, so I realized how
Realize you're
Italian I was.
Italian, yeah.
Like
Yeah, well, I mean, it's tough to be Italian in a place like Staten Island where it's like, oh, I'm
where
not Italian. They go
everyone's a
somewhere else.
fucking 12 all the time.
Right.
So like, the Italians are like, you know, you never go against the family. I'm like, my dad puts the air conditioner on 81. I go against the family. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't have this like. My family is also very much. If my brother stole from you, I'm gonna call him a fucking asshole. I'm not gonna be like, that's my brother. Don't talk bad about him. Where it's like, I think
Yeah.
it's toxic
Right.
and it's not the right thing. But
If your brother murdered someone and came to you and said, we got to hide the body, what are you going to do? And what if it was like,
that I probably it depends who it was. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah, if
depends
he
who
had
it
a
was.
good reason?
If it depends who it was. Like
what if it's a completely random person, but it's also like not really his fault? Like it was a car accident situation or like, but it's also not great where he can just like go to the cops and like it'll be okay. So it's not.
I gotta be honest. I mean, that I would probably do it for my brothers. I'm not. Yeah, but it depends. Like, if my brother killed, like her brother, then there's like a weird conflict of interest where like Brian
Yeah, I would say
Laundrie's
so.
Brian Laundrie's fucking mom was like, hey,
Yeah.
he did it. Good luck finding out, bitch. And lock the door. I'm like,
It was
this is-
ride or die. That
yeah.
one.
I mean, she's ride or die. But
What
like,
if your brother killed me?
I don't know you that well.
Right, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
you know,
I'd fucking help you.
I'd help him do it.
Dude, I was watching the car accident thing remind me. I was recently watching, because Halloween just happened. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Never
Yeah.
seen the movie.
Yeah. Never seen that?
Never
Never
seen
saw
it.
it?
What?
Bro.
Oh, dude, isn't it so
it
laughable?
was like it was 100% that guy's fault. They should have just called
they
the
should have been like, this is fucking bad.
Dude, fucking what's his dick? Freddie Prinze Jr. is like, they're never gonna believe I was driving.
Why not?
Sober drivers existed forever. Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, the car stinks of booze. Well, everyone else is drunk. The sober driver hit the guy in the middle of the road on a dark corner at midnight. No one's is at fault.
This guy on the year of our Lord 2021 getting upset about. I know what you did last summer.
I called people. I was like, have you seen this fucking movie? I know what you did last summer. It makes no sense.
I mean, it was made for like 14-year-olds. I don't think it was like, there's no fucking logic.
Guess what?
Those
This
movies,
33-year-old poked a hole in the whole fucking plot.
That they went on a run back then. You know, it was like Scream, and I know what you did last summer with all those like hot new Hollywood chicks and guys too. The guys were as hot as the girls. That was a nice little era for movies. Everybody was good looking, making stupid movies.
Yeah, that was when they would say cool shit. Like they'd like find the bad guy. They'd be like, "This is your last stop," and then they'd say something cool before they like shot him. Right?
Yeah, all those movies.
Like you believe the fucking high school kid could beat up a 40-year-old serial killer.
Yeah, that is true. That's a great point.
Dude, the whole idea of those movies, like those 90s era horror movies, were like Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's like, let's create a universe where logic doesn't exist.
Oh my god, I couldn't agree more.
And it's just like everything is like everything I watch. I was like, why? And I know it's not me, the first person to ever have this idea. But I was like, that's just not how people are, dude. And I know what you did last summer. There's fucking what's her name, Sarah Michelle Gellar is on a float on a beautiful island day.
Yeah.
They're having a parade for her.
Yeah, I remember
beautiful
it.
fucking day.
I remember it.
Having a panic attack.
Yeah.
Because she can't. There are too many guys dressed like they were on fucking Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, they're all
She's like,
in the.
so is that the one? Is that the one? Why would there be this many men in the crowd dressed like the perfect
They were in like a nautical island town.
They're
fisherman town.
They all could have been in bathing suits.
And they're all with
not
hoods
in
on.
slickers. It made no sense.
And why are they at a fucking high school parade? Why are they all hanging out at a fucking teenage?
Why was there even a parade for the high schoolers? What's that even about, man? I didn't do that
What the
shit in my
fuck?
high school.
We watched that not that long ago. It really is like the worst movie ever made.
I've been bottling
And then
this
they
up
made,
for about
like-
2 weeks now. I'm glad we have an outlet for it.
They
It's
made
good.
a couple more, right? I still know what you did last summer.
oh,
I still know what you
fuck.
did last summer again. I also know what you did last summer that one
They
time.
made a bunch of tons of
I think it's coming back as a series.
No, yes, it's currently out as a series.
Yeah.
Apparently, real bad. Scream also come back. That's why I was watching those movies. Scream's coming back around Christmas time. It's a real Christmas
Scream
movie.
was fire.
Scream was good. I like
Scream
Scream.
was really good.
Was
Neve Campbell
Scream
was dope.
a thing? Was that mask a thing before Scream?
No.
hell no.
No. I mean, it might have like existed, but Scream put that
Yeah,
shit
yeah, yeah.
on. That was like the easiest and coolest.
I just told her,
costume
you know, the
ever.
Halloween mask is William Shatner. You guys know that? Excuse me. You don't know that?
No.
So Halloween, Michael Myers.
Yeah.
It was like a low budget thing. They went to like a costume store, 1977, where Star Trek was big. They took a William Shatner face mask
No way.
and they painted it white, and that is Michael Myers' face.
Shit,
It's
which is
the
kind of funny
price
because
line negotiator.
blocked me on Twitter, William Shatner.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No
He blocked
way.
you?
Why?
Why?
I think we tracked it down because I remember like just randomly like searching his name for some reason. And I was like, I'm
Fuck this
blocked
guy.
by William Shatner. What the fuck? And then we tracked it down. There was one time that like some chick was like begging for like 500,000 retweets for like her prom dream to come true, and I was like, "Fuck this! This is stupid."
Wait.
and I was just like,
And her
"Fuck
dream
you."
involved William Shatner?
No, but William Shatner found it and was like, "Look at this like asshole like trying to ruin this girl's prom dream." And I was kind of like, "You're right."
Yeah.
It happened like 10 years ago, and I just like a month ago found it. I was like, "All right, I kind of deserve that one." I don't know why William Shatner's involved in this, but when he saw it, he was like, "Fuck this guy for ruining this girl's prom dream," and I was like, "Correct."
I think Hollywood people like in Hollywood probably don't like Barstool. I would imagine.
Yeah, no. Well, there's a clear divide. You either like ride for us and understand that there's humor, and sometimes you cross a line, or sometimes
of
you're an
course.
asshole or whatever. And then there are the people who don't know anything about us and just
They
go off
pretend like
of a
they never hurt
headline or
anybody's
two.
feelings in their life.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
all holier than thou
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
I know.
Has that whole culture of comedy like affected you at all? Or you just doing your same?
Not
same
really.
routine?
I don't really say shit that's like that
Controversial,
That
yeah.
controversial.
God, it
I
must be nice.
so I will get like a DM about like I would do these silly like little coffee things in the morning where I'm like, oh, it's good morning internet, and I'm like screaming at her like make me breakfast, stuff like that. And I did get a lady that was like, you have a lot of people looking at you. You should really speak to her about it. I'm like, I'm fucking joking. What?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. I think the big thing about cancel culture is people are afraid or too proud to say, I didn't understand this joke. This joke was not about whatever you think. You just didn't understand it. It's like it's clearly
Took offense to something that you shouldn't be taking
yeah.
offense to,
There's so much power in satire that like they don't understand that people often are saying the shit that you agree with,
Right.
but they're just saying it in like in
different
a
way,
joking
funny
manner.
way. Yeah.
It's really frustrating. Like people, you know, most comedians they do a really good job at like being able to push the boundaries. I just talk about normal boring shit.
So
but, like,
who would you think is like your do you think of like your inspiration or something as comics or like internet personalities? Like if you think of like who you growing up or whatever, like, you know, put on a pedestal. Is it
growing up when I was
growing up now, like, whatever.
I
like,
mean,
is it more entertainers, actors, comedians?
it's kind of
bloggers,
like
whatever?
kind of like everything. Like
Yeah.
I just want to like be. I love writing and like doing. I mean, there's depending like. I do like this little cartoon series I'm writing too. Like we do it online with the little emoji faces and like. I just
little
want to
bit
be
of
able to.
everything.
I try to
So,
make
like,
shit
if
like
you
Adam
could, like, be
Sandler.
someone,
Adam
Adam
Sandler,
Sandler, yeah.
because he could do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. He
God.
could. If that remember 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. He just like I want to make a cartoon. They're like okay,
Sure.
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I used to watch the fuck. Me and all my Catholic friends used to watch the fuck on 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
It's an
Oh,
unbelievable-
dude.
That little grandpa was
That's a
cute as
yeah.
fuck.
That's a technical foul. That's a great fucking movie.
That was great. Yeah, I really think the dream in life for me would be able to be able to dress the way he dresses and go to the places he goes. Like if you can go to like the fancy, you know, the uptight like country club spot where they would kick anybody else out for dressing that way,
Yeah.
but they're like right this way, Mr. Sandler.
Dude,
That's the
him.
dream.
There was one of their premieres was him and Kevin James and Selena Gomez. I think it was like Hotel Transylvania, one of the movies that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's wearing like a gown. Kevin James literally is wearing basketball shorts, like sneakers and a backwards hat. It's just fucking hilarious. I'm the opposite of that. I want to wear a tux like
wanna dress
everywhere.
up?
Yeah,
Oh, he's that way.
I'm that guy, and I don't
When we
have
got
the
in
confidence.
office, he was like, "I'm gonna dress up to go to work."
I almost
every
decided
day,
like,
and
like suits. I was like I might have like suit Tuesday. where I
Oh
just
man,
wear-
dude, I'm
You did
so with it.
0 times.
Yeah, 0 times. Because
Yeah.
everyone shamed me.
What
Everyone
were you
shamed
doing in
me.
the pandemic? Were you still putting on regular clothes? Like, would you put on this outfit during the pandemic?
Probably not. We didn't. What did we do during the pandemic? We didn't really do anything. We just stayed home. But like,
You guys were just naked the whole
the,
time.
the problem,
Couple of
the problem
good-looking
with that
kids
shit
never
is
put on their
the
clothes.
problem with that too is like you ever tell somebody like guys have this conversation. You probably have with your friends like I want to start dressing nice. Oh yeah, me too. I wish I could wear like a nice blazer. The next fucking time you show up in a blazer, like where the fuck you going? Why you dressed so? It's like we just talked about this. I thought we're gonna suit Tuesday.
Sorry, I'm making.
We used to fucking crush him for like completely normal things. Like looking
Oh, of
back on
course.
it, when Barstool first started, and we were like, when Barstool first started, we were our stereotype. You know, we were
Okay.
like those guys, and it was
Yeah.
like, look at this fucking guy wearing a scarf in the winter.
Bro, I got-
Are you
Yeah, yeah,
fucking gay or something?
I got. You think I was taking like great sartorial risks? I was wearing fucking.
When you say sartorial, you deserve it. All right,
Sartorial
When you say
is pretty-
sartorial, you're a fucking asshole.
I was wearing like I wore a literal rain jacket. It
was like a- it was like a trench coat, whatever, yeah.
No. It was a fucking.
Was it raining?
It was rain
Okay.
out, waist length, black raincoat, just a waterproof jacket. That's all it was. Nothing black, just straight black. People did a blog. Is Feidelberg gay?
Oh my god, that's
What?
incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we would clown him. Dave, like the founder, would clown him, and then inevitably, once he got a little bit of money and started dressing stylish, it was like everything this kid wore like 3 years ago.
Bro,
Oh,
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
it this summer. You
gotta bring that up.
He did it towards the end of summer. He sent a tweet like, "I'm just getting ahead of wearing a risky shirt to the office." I bought that shirt 2019 Tom Polo.
Right,
Come
right.
on.
He did it
Yeah.
with like rolled up jeans. He did it with jeans in general. He did it with getting haircuts by professionals. He used to cut his own hair and be like, I can do it better than anyone. And then he became single and rich and was like, I gotta start getting my hair cut by a person. Like, yeah, no fucking
Someone who
kidding.
can sit behind me.
That's like the great Bill Burr joke. He's like guys will shit. It's like even for something practical, look, he's got an umbrella.
Yeah,
like,
right.
it's fucking-
Umbrellas I've definitely written blogs about like if you take an umbrella out, you're a fucking loser. and it's like that I would just show up places
Wet.
soaking wet. What the fuck?
At least not a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, got my pride.
Shivering the whole dinner, going with pneumonia, die like was it William Henry Harrison?
Yeah.
But I didn't carry an umbrella, man.
Yeah.
Well,
What do
I
you do
mean-
with? What do you do with an umbrella when you
Was
fucking?
it William Henry Harrison?
Yeah, I mean,
Henry Hill.
all because I wouldn't want to put it somewhere or carry it. You know what I mean?
I know. Umbrellas are a strange thing for a man. I'm kind of on
It
the
is
fence.
kind of, yeah. It's
I'm on the
like-
fence. I don't know what to do. What do you do with it?
It's actually it's
Bro,
it's a very
You
funny
put
device.
it in your fucking purse.
We're not allowed to have bags.
Now
What are you
it
talking about?
carries-
My purse is right behind you.
He carries this fucking.
Yeah.
Satchel?
Yeah, you got a little
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
canvas
Exactly.
bag.
Today he brought in a bag of pornography.
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh, that over there? Or is this it?
That's right.
Can I present it?
Yeah. I took all the porn out already. So.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is looks
Oh,
like
and this is his.
This is shopping
like
at
on
Whole
sale.
Foods.
Yeah.
This
I
is-
hate this thing so much. I want to burn it. You
gotta give it a little-
I told everybody go.
He's
buy.
got the address on it.
Nah, yeah, it's just they'll find us if they want it. I told everybody go buy his entire line of shit except for this dumb fucking tote bag.
Nice bag. Nice place
And
to
I'll
put
probably have a tote bag
All
in
right.
2 years.
place to put
Okay.
an umbrella.
You know, I gotta say,
You
man.
can
What,
fit an umbrella in here. That's a tiny umbrella.
what can I ask? What is this on the
Sweet and sour
laptop?
sauce. It's always my charger too. I had a.
It's from Burger King, bro.
You are a character like a movie character.
No, he's yes.
This is surprising. I wouldn't expect you to have a
No, he's not a human.
satchel.
He is a paradox. He has pockets in his sheets that he keeps his drugs and candy, but he also wears a purse. So I don't know. It's like
Don't put me in a box.
It's like I know what you did last summer. Just don't think about it. Just enjoy it, man. Just fucking go with it.
Yeah, that's great, man. I love the vibe. I can't wait to see you like wearing a top hat or something. I can see that
Where's
happening.
it at? Where's my hat
He's
at?
got a stupid hat. Yep.
There we
This
go.
is
Oh
from-
my,
this
how
hat-
did I know? See, I fucking knew.
This
it.
is
that
from
hat-
a few years ago. We're past this now.
That hat, he went to a hat store and was like, brought that to the register, and they were like, okay, that'll be like $419, and he was like, oh fuck.
And I paid for it because
Yeah.
I'm.
I was gonna say those
coward.
are fucking expensive.
Yeah, it was really expensive.
Yeah.
And not only was it super expensive, he then upsold me on a feather that I never put in this hat.
feather?
He was like, "How about this for an extra $100?" And I was like, "How could I?"
You
say
bought a $100
no?
feather?
It wasn't a feather. It was
Hold
something
on.
you wrapped around this.
Oh, okay.
Instead of this, I've definitely shown it around.
Yeah.
I never put it on because it was a little aggressive, but yeah, I bought this
Hell
couple
yeah.
$100.
You
you
never
are-
want to dress
and
aggressive,
then
right?
I know this, and then Erica offered to pay me back for it, and I declined. Erica was like, "You've made enough like content out of this. The company will pay for it." And I said, "No, thank you. I'll keep this
This
one
is
on
pleasure.
my tab."
You could live in any era. I just want to know. You have that look. You could
Yeah,
be from
right
the
now, this
1800s.
could- yes.
Yeah.
You could be a detective from the 70s. You got everything happening to you.
You dress so ridiculous, you're a time traveler. That's
yeah,
amazing.
really. That's pretty.
That is fucking
That's hard to
amazing.
I'll
do.
take that. All right.
Like we were just saying, we're gonna look back at our look in 5 years and feel stupid. Not him. He's just gonna.
No, it just
it
fits.
fits.
You just gotta find a fucking.
So you got something going for the comedy festival?
Yeah, I did New York Comedy Club Monday night. We sold it out too, which is fucking insane. I was so grateful for that. I'm doing Philly this weekend at Punchline Philly, the 12th and 13th, right? It's Friday and Saturday. And doing Brooklyn, Denver, Chicago. I got a whole.
Denver's
just-
supposed to be
It's
sick.
on the
We've heard from
grind. So
Denver.
it's
I'm
you
excited
just
for
bounce
Denver. My
around.
first time there. Yeah, I'm really excited. And I have surprisingly like fans there, which is kind of cool. So I'm excited to.
Where can people get tickets and whatnot?
EricDelisandro.com.
Same thing.
Good luck
Social
spelling
media.
that, but yeah, it's fucking
You
everything.
know, figure it out.
If you can spell it,
Yeah.
you can find me on everything. I have everything that you can possibly have with that name. So
Yeah, that's how you know you. That's why you have this like core fan base, man. They learned how to fucking spell that name, and they're the ones buying.
can't
tickets.
say it, but they can
can
fucking spell it. That's for sure.
All right, brother. I appreciate you coming through.
Of course, guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
This
much,
was so
dude.
much fun, man.
man. Thanks, dude.
Tell you what, I am craving some more mustard, and that's not as I ever thought I'd say.
All right, the holiday season is approaching. All I want for Christmas this year is YouTube subscribers.
Please.
We got to get to 100,000. I want
Please,
that
sir, can you buy
100,000
these
plaque.
subscribers?
We've got a goal for all you out there, for everybody. At 100,000 subscribers, Polly Feidelberg will join us on the show. Maybe. Well, if not, we'll probably have to trick her into it. But at 100K, you will get Polly content. So subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notifications so that you're always watching. Leave a comment below. Talk about it. Post about it. Spread word. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. 100,000 subscribers on KFC Radio for Polly Feidelberg. Let's make it happen.